Hi everyone, it's Andrew from Hobbies Australia, and today we're going to have a look at a new Australian kit from the team at AFV Club, and that is AFV 35313, and it's an M113A1 light reconnaissance vehicle in Australian service. So following on in their series of Australian armoured personnel carriers, AFV Club have announced this one, AFV 35313, the M113A1 light reconnaissance vehicle. This one represents vehicles in service from 1992 to about 1995. A couple of marking options in there, so we'll crack on and have a look at this. So because AFV Club have done a number of Australian carriers and carriers in general, there's obviously a lot of parts similarity across the range. We see parts being reused to allow additional variants to be produced and come to market. And I guess from my point of view, I'm very happy to see that, because the more Australian kits that we have available, the bigger people's collection can become, and the passion for modelling grows as people can see links to their family, to their friends having served in the Australian Defence Force, and this type of thing can only enhance that. So AFV Club, box art representation of the armoured fighting vehicle. We've got the Australian Army, the Rising Sun hat badge. We pop the box open and it's the traditional top loader or top opener. And what do we got in the box? Okay, so in here we have 16 sprues, we have 2 photo etch sheets, we have decals, we have rubber band style tracks, we have a length of string to represent the tow cable. So there's quite a lot in here. So let's just start opening this out. And what you'll notice when you start to get this kit out, and again, as always, Ryan will get some close-up images, you'll start to see the original kits that parts were designed for is actually imprinted on the frame. So, you know, in this particular kit, there's parts from no fewer than 4 different boxed offerings of the M113 in various service over time. So we'll get all this out. A lot of these parts will be familiar to you. There is one new sprue in here, and that is sprue R, and of course the decal sheet. But we'll get all these images up nice and close. As I said, sprue R is the new one, and I'm digging down in here. As you can see, lots and lots of goodies. Because this kit has been a combination of a number of others, there's going to be lots of parts left over that will allow you to either really load this vehicle up with lots and lots of spare parts hanging off it, additional ammo cans, personal weapons like SLRs, F1 machine guns, or alternatively, they'll make their way to your spare parts box. The decals photo etch. They give us a representation of the box art there, so you can hang that up in your workshop area if you want to. As is always the case with AFV Club, there's a series of kits shown on the bottom of the box, so if you want to expand your collection, they give you the part numbers, they give you the description of the kit for future reference. We'll start off by looking at the instruction booklet. It's a 20-page booklet in A4. The outside cover is in a glossy paper and the rest is in a matte, but we open it up, we've got all the different colours there, GSI, so the Mr. Colour range, Humbrol, Vallejo, Life Colour, and of course there are many other options, whatever is your preferred brand of paint that you can use. Straightforward construction, call outs for internal colours, for decal placement, certainly worthwhile sitting down with a cup of coffee and have a read through the instructions, possibly highlight anything that's you know, where you've got options, so you make sure that you follow the right steps. Pretty straightforward, not overly busy, but you know, careful attention will certainly pay dividends. Like I said, there's options there for parts, so you want to make sure that you don't bring yourself undone by doing something a little bit out of order, out of step. Pretty straightforward so far, moving our way through there. We've got things like the water cans with photo etch relief, all that type of stuff's very nice. Additional ammo if you want to, ammo cans to put on the top deck. Have the bow plate either folded or retracted or deployed, depending on how you want to represent the vehicle. You've got your 30 cal and your 50 cal machine guns going into the Cadillac gauge turret. And we see representation there, F1 machine gun, Owen gun, Sterling, SLR. So you can use those parts if you want to, or you can put them in the spare parts box, whatever you'd like to do. Layout, showing all your parts, photo etch, decal, etc, etc. And if you notice on the instructions, you'll actually see it tells you which kit the relevant sprues have come from. Decals, we'll have a look at that obviously a little bit closer, but what we've got is markings for vehicles used by the 3-4 Cavalry Regiment. We've got a United Nations white painted unit as used and deployed in Rwanda for peacekeeping missions during 1994 through 1995, and then we have the OzCam versions used in Somalia from 92 through 94. There's a couple of options there as well, and yeah, it looks to be really, really nice. So I thought rather than go through all the sprues and bang on about those, Ryan will get some images, of course, but let's just look at what's new. You know, we've got the photo etch, okay, we've seen that, the pins for the rubber band tracks, that's okay. What we've got here is the decals. Okay, we can see there the United Nations marks. They're new. We've got the unit markings and the individual vehicle names for 3-4 Cavalry Regiment. So it's quite nice. I mean, look, the M113s from AFV Club have been around for a while. And what have we got in the Australian one? We've got the Vietnam era. We've got the recently released medium reconnaissance vehicle. We've now got this one, so that's 3. We've got the Tilly, which is the support M113, and I mean, how Australian's that? We take an armoured fighting vehicle and we turn it into a ute. So AFV are really producing a great variety of what is an important armoured personnel carrier for the Australian Army. The other new sprue in this kit is this one, Sprue R. And all the other sprues have been seen before in various M113 kits, as I said, but here we've got things like light guards, floodlights, new light rigs, that type of thing, which just show the transition or the progression of this vehicle in Australian Army service. I like it a lot. I especially like the fact that there's a United Nations marking option. I think that's very, very much a point of difference, and it's I guess an example of what a lot of the Australian peacekeeping missions were about during the 1990s. Yeah, I really do like this kit. I think it's going to be very, very popular. And as I said, with the M113s already available from AFV Club, adding this to it, putting it next to a trumpeter ASLAV, that type of thing, an Academy M1 Abrams, you know, there's just so much scope now for Australian military vehicles or Australian military equipment, regardless of service, Army, Navy or Air Force. There's just so much new good stuff becoming available on almost, you know, every 6 weeks, every 2 months, there's more stock becoming available to us. It's just really great to see. So that's AFV 35313. Because of the age of some of the sprues, there is a little bit of flash on there, and Ryan's images should show those. But AFV Club are obviously getting as much use as they can out of the moulds, and I understand and I appreciate that. And like I said, just really good to see another Australian armoured fighting vehicle coming to the local hobby market in coming weeks. So there it is, 35313 from AFV Club, the Australian M113A1 light reconnaissance vehicle. Like I said, I really do like this. I like the United Nations version, the all white finish. I think for me that would be the standout in this kit. Instructions, the build instructions are over 30 steps, so it's not going to be a huge build. It's not going to take an awful lot of time, but like anything, take your time, do all your reference checks, make sure that you've got everything ready, your internal colours, this, that and the other, and this will build up very, very nicely. And I think there's going to be a heap of these on judging tables in model shows around Australia in the months to come. So until next time we get the opportunity to catch up, I'm Andrew from Hobbies Australia. Stay safe, take care, and hey, let's get out there and build more Australian kits. Take care, guys.